Hello Cancerians, thanks for joining me for the March of 2020 Psychic Tarot reading. I'm vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. I have over 30 years experience doing readings and professionally, and I do psychic tarot and psychic astrology. I also create decks and books and other things. Today we're going to be using one of my decks that I've designed. It's the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, and it's you can find all this stuff on my website. And then we're going to pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, also my own creation. I do an additional card for all my Patreon level 2 people, and this month it's going to be the Mystical Wisdom deck by Gay Guthrie and Josephine Wall. Okay, so let's get shuffling here. Let's get going. The cards have been thoroughly shuffled in between the videos. And then I just go through and do like a real loose shuffle on camera, because I don't see the point of endlessly shuffling on camera. Okay, so this is an ingress month. A cardinal ingress, it's called. It's the Aries ingress, but it's also called a cardinal ingress. The reason being is that during a cardinal ingress, meaning when the sun moves into a cardinal sign, is always when we change season. And you are a cardinal sign, also Cancers. So when the sun moves into, I'm just going to use the northern hemisphere. When the sun moves into Cancer, it's the summer solstice. When the sun moves into Aries, it's the dawn of spring in the northern hemisphere. Of course, it's going to be the opposite if you're in the southern hemisphere, but I think the majority of the viewers are in the northern hemisphere. So it's spring and springing. Spring is sprung. You know, it's this new time of planting seeds. And it's a change in energy, and it's a shift in energy no matter where you're at. I do believe that the cardinal signs are affected the most, though. I really do, because it's a square off to your sign. If you do want to find out how this might affect you personally, I am offering a reading on just that, the ingress relationship to your chart. It's one of my special readings that is available for a limited time. You can check it out. But let's look at this spread here. Now, we do have some court cards. We've got the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, and the King of Rods, excuse me. Now, these are all representing as male in the spread, but they do not have to necessarily be male energies. It could be male, female, it could be anybody. These are probably you. One or the other, or both are you. The water sign person, this is you. You've got a Knight and a King. And you've got a Knight and a King. This is usually something that's been consistent over a long period of time. This could be an old friend who you've known forever, and now you know, as you get older, you're still friends. It could be a new friend who you're going to continue to know many years into the future. It could just be you knowing your mind too. You've made up your mind about something when you were a young person, and those beliefs still hold true to you. You still have that same outlook. You still have that same view of life. The Three of Rods is here, so it's saying your ship is coming in, and then the High Priestess is here. So this is the psychic spiritual energy. Cancerians, you don't usually, this doesn't usually come up a lot for Cancers, but you totally are a very psychic sign, absolutely. So this is something that your intuition is going to be right on, that you're going to be getting a lot of downloads and information that can lead to success here. This can also be a romance thing too, because the High Priestess sometimes is like the ideal woman. I was just looking at how he's looking at her. And of course, if you're female or you're, whatever, it would still apply to you. You would just, even if you're not a man who's interested in a woman, it would still apply. It's like your ideal mate, your ideal mate is showing up, or you see them, you see somebody that fits the bill. Somebody who really fits the bill to your, your ideal, what you're looking for. Besides the High Priestess being a real spiritual card, the very central card here is the Star card. I mean, beautiful, beautiful energy. The Star is, our highest connection to spirit through guides and guides, angels, whatever your belief system revolves around. That's the Star energy. Star always wants to rain down blessings on you. They're always trying to steer you in the right direction. If you've been through the heartbreak recently, or a rough time or something, a difficulty recently. Star is there, and they're going to lead you to victory and triumph. I feel for some of you, this is someone who passed over recently, and you're upset about it. It's sad. It makes you sad. And then now they're on board. They're going to be one of your guides. They're going to help you garner success and whatever you need in life. You know, they're going to really try to help you. There's another person that Star is connecting you with when it's right, you know, there's one card away. So this is somebody that's brought in through higher spiritual forces, and this is the King of Rods. The King of Rods may be a fire sign person, a Leo, an Aries, or Sagittarius. During the month of March, we are moving from water to fire, water to fire. We're moving from Pisces to Aries. That's what the whole Aries ingress thing is all about. So it could be just like saying that's going on through the whole month. You start off this relationship in the beginning when we're in water, and it continues on into fire at the end and beyond. There's also news coming about some kind of a money thing as we get more into the fire part of the, you know, the later part of the month. Some kind of news, you're going to get some kind of news, you're going to hear about a money or financial opportunity that's coming your way where you could really triumph and be victorious. There's prior leading up to that, though, I feel like there is this intuitive hunch about it, or this, it's calling to you, you know. It's a magical kind of calling to you, and then by the end of the month it actually could be coming into actual fruition. All right, let's start shuffling up for our animal totem card. This is going to be the animal totem card for our Cancerian friends. Don't forget, if you want to order that ingress reading or any of the other stuff I have, it's all available on my website. Okay, this is for Cancers for March 2020. Animal totem. The dragonfly. Ooh, talk about magic. Dragonflies are so magical, and they're healing. They're very healing too. I think if you're in the northern hemisphere, you're probably not going to see a dragonfly in March, but you can still see it in your social media feed or wherever. It doesn't have to be you actually see a live one. You know, you could see it on TV or just anywhere. Know that that's some kind of confirmation, I feel, for many of you about this person who's passed over. Like, that's going to be a confirmation for them. Or maybe you already know that. Maybe they like dragonflies in life. You know, maybe that was already their thing or your thing with them. Like, oh, when you see a dragonfly, think of me, or something like that. I definitely feel that's a strong message for somebody out there. Okay. Initially, what I wrote with this card was inhabiting two worlds at once, air and water, day and night. Multidimensional travelers bring healing and light, protectors of the realms, lifting the veil of consciousness. Yeah, you know, this inhabiting two worlds at once, that's during these transitionary periods. We're in winter and spring, you know, or vice versa. Again, I'll just use the northern hemisphere as, you know, as my reference. But you know what I'm talking about. You know, we've transitioned, these are transition, because the dragonflies are very active at dusk. And that's when we inhabit, you know, we're from the daylight to the dark, from their water and land, you know. So there's very much this time of this transitionary time that goes, you know, goes through, and I feel like that's where the magic happens. That is where the magic happens, you know. In these twilight times and in these in-between times is when the fairy folk come out. Tween times, you know, that's when the magic really happens. So there's a transitionary thing happening. It can be very magical. It can be very healing. Also, again, I want to tie into this. If somebody was real sick and suffering, they're letting us know that they're better now, that they've been healed. They're okay now. It's all good. They feel better. Okay. The magic's in the tween time. I might put that as your thing. The magic's in the tween time. Okay, I think that's going to be your headline. Anyways, so hey Cancers, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all your support. Please do check out my website. In addition to readings, I have decks and books and art and t-shirts and just all sorts of stuff that you can by perusing there and helping support me and this channel, it keeps the videos coming for you all the time. If you're a level 2 person, we're going to get shuffling on this Magical Wisdom deck, and that's going to be coming up right next. Thank you so much for all your support. I truly appreciate you for liking, sharing, commenting, purchasing my wares. Please do hit the subscribe button so you never miss a forecast or a video that I do upload. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great Aries ingress and a great month of March, and I'll speak to you soon.